In this video, I'm gonna show you how to make a delicious and quick meal that involves crispy fried fish in good oil, topped with a sweet, sour, salty, chili, garlicky sauce. So let's dive right in. First thing I'm gonna chop up for the sauce is just 2 tablespoons of red onion. Ideally, you want shallots. I can't find any shallots, so I'm just gonna do red onion. Probably just 1/4 of this, not too much. Going to mince this red onion. Okay, so I just want 2 tablespoons. That looks like about 2 tablespoons. I'm gonna put the rest, save it for another recipe. Next, just 1 tablespoon of minced cilantro roots or stems. And save the leaves for garnish. It's okay if you get a little bit of the leaves. Okay, so that's about 2 tablespoons. Next, we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. Mince up these garlic cloves. Okay, looks like about 1 tablespoon. I'm gonna save the rest for another recipe. 1 tablespoon of minced jalapeno. Now, ideally, you would want Thai chilies, of course. I don't have access to that, so I'm just substituting it just to get that pepper flavor and the heat if you want it. But I'm gonna use jalapenos here. I'm actually going to take out the seeds because I am not into heat right now. So I'm just gonna take out the seeds and the vein. Now I'm just gonna mince the jalapeno. Now this looks like a little more than 1 tablespoon, but I'm just going to use all of it. So I've got a saucepan preheated on high. I've added some coconut oil in here. Now I'm going to add my garlic, onions, cilantro roots or stems, and jalapeno. And I'm just gonna cook this until the red onion is translucent, about 2 minutes here. Once the onions are translucent, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of granulated regular sugar, 2 tablespoons of fish sauce, and 3 tablespoons of tamarind puree, plus 1 tablespoon of water. And bring all this to a boil, stirring occasionally. So now the sauce is coming to a boil. I'm going to decrease the heat and allow this to simmer for about 2 minutes or until the sauce is thickened. So my sauce has slightly thickened. I'm gonna turn off the heat. You can use the sauce right away or let it sit for up to 1 hour and then gently reheat it before serving it. Now let's go fry the fish. So I've got a wild caught salmon that I'm going to cut in half. All right, so I'm gonna keep it like this, and then I'm gonna place it onto this paper towel. And we're going to pat it dry. And I'm going to season it with a little bit of red mint salt, just on one side. Okay, so I've got my wok, and I've put coconut oil in it, about 1.5 inches to 2 inches, and I want the oil to reach 350 degrees. Okay, so it's hiking up, so I'm going to lower the heat a little bit. So I'm going to carefully add the salmon. The temperature of the oil is going to go down when you add the fish, so adjust accordingly. I'm gonna get the heat higher just to maintain 350 degrees. Just gonna move it around a little bit so the skin doesn't stick. So I just want the flesh to be firm and the skin crispy. I don't want to overcook my salmon. So I'm going to take it out. So if it's not done to your liking, you can always put it back in. I'm just gonna flake this. Yeah, so that definitely looks done to me. All right, I'm gonna fry my other fillet. Make sure to try to get it submerged all the way. You can always, you know, splash the oil up onto the fish. Okay, this one's just about done. I'm gonna turn off the heat, put it on a plate. Crispy the skin got here. Okay, we're back inside. I'm gonna pour that sauce right on top. All over. Got my cilantro. I'm gonna tear some up. Add a little bit of green to this. A little bit of side garnish. And there you go. I know that color of the tamarind puree is quite robust and dark. It smells so good too. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit of that sauce. I gotta get some of that crispy skin that's underneath there. Always gotta eat the skin. That's like the best part of fish, right? So traditionally, this is served with jasmine rice or some stir-fried vegetables. Such an easy, flavorful Thai recipe. Traditionally, of course, Thai people, we fry fish whole. All I was able to find were, you know, filleted fish, already filleted fish, salmon. But if you can get red snapper on your hands or whole tilapias, you could totally deep fry the whole thing as well. Sometimes they also use white rice flour with some tempura batter, but I just like it without the flour and just deep frying it just like this. And it didn't really take a lot of oil because the fish is quite thin. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about this recipe, please leave them in the comment section below. And also let me know what other recipes you're interested in learning to cook. I hope you try this delicious Thai fried fish with chili sauce recipe.